Little Lilly, she's what we call a poliocephalus, which is a grey-headed flying fox. Unfortunately, something happened to her mother, and she was dropped from a great height over at Bonnyrigg. She came into care at approximately 87 grams, and she was a little bit on the underweight side. She's now 14 weeks old. She'll be going to creche soon. But with these little guys, it actually costs us carers around about $150 each to raise to go to creche for release. So basically we do a lot of fundraising. Bunnings helps out a great deal and allows us to have barbecues, but unfortunately when we get so many in care, because we've got 21 in care at the moment, you know, you multiply that by $150 each, you know, it's well over $3,000. And all through the year it's ongoing. We have adults that come into care. At this point in time, it's the beginning of February, we're going to have a lot of bats coming into care that have been caught in fruit netting, barbed wire. We also get electrocution, and electrocution is really horrible because they can tend to die a long, slow death because it compromises their internal systems. Okay, this is a little male that I picked up at Lanier yesterday. He was found on the ground below a bottlebrush tree, but overhead there was it's a massive street full of power lines, and at this point in time it's looking like that he may have been electrocuted because all the skin on his left thumb is blistered. And as you can see, he's hanging in a very relaxed pose, where at this point in time he should be, you know, in a pose where he feels a little bit threatened and hunched up, and his face, you can just see that he's not well. He's got a veterinary appointment tomorrow just to see what's going on. He may have internal damage from an electrocution. We just don't know until it's investigated further. And our main aim is to get these guys back out into the wild because they are threatened, bordering endangered. And I mean, I'm not exactly young, but in my lifetime they basically won't exist. So unless we get some funds to try and help save them, at the end of the day they just won't be here. And I have a philosophy on this, that, you know, with the thylacine, we're now trying to clone something that was extinct over 100 years ago. Is this what we want to be doing with these guys in 100 years? You know, I sort of think, well, if we all banded together and just did a little bit, we could raise some funds that would ultimately help. As you can see, she likes her bottle of water. Help protect these guys and you know, try and do some good and keep them within the forests and the colonies where they should be. And also another thing that's not realised about these guys is, you know, some people don't like them. They think they're out there to be a pest and a menace, but without these guys, there are just some trees and native fruit trees that just wouldn't exist, because it's with these guys eating their native diets, when the seeds go through their internal systems, they propagate to allow new, you know, forests to grow, new trees to grow. So they actually do perform, you know, their role in the ecology side of things. And with the females, they don't tend to breed until they're, you know, the 2 to 3 year age group. The males do have a harem, you know, anywhere from 12 to 14 females, and these girls only have one baby a year. And you know, when it comes to a situation like this, the babies come into care because they've lost their mothers or their mothers have been killed, and you look at it, one baby a year. If the babies are dying and they're not saved, what outcome do they have?